Let's get more reaction now. Joining us is businessman Dr Christo Wiese. Very good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time. A retail icon described as a visionary entrepreneur has passed away. Upon hearing and learning of his death, what was your immediate reaction?
Well, it's always difficult to describe a person like Raymond in one word or one phrase. But the phrase that came to mind with me when I got the sad news this morning was that he was a South African of value, a man who inspired hundreds of thousands, if not millions, a true South African patriot, loved his country and all its people. He was not only a business icon, he was a pillar of the community, a loving family man, and is one of those South Africans who will be sadly missed. But he leaves a legacy, hopefully to inspire other South Africans of value to step up for our country at this difficult time. So we can only say rest in peace, Raymond.
As you speak about what he leaves behind, the legacy, what do you think in terms of looking at the way business is conducted today are some of the most powerful and significant lessons one can learn from a man like Raymond Ackerman when it comes to customer service and the customer-orientated business?
Yeah, no, obviously he was a master at that. He fully understood that businesses are there to serve the community. There's not only the cheap profit motive, but that business has a larger role to play in terms of upliftment, in terms of improving the lives of everyone in the country by offering great service and great value, and also playing a larger role in the community.
And when it comes to some of your fondest memories of Raymond Ackerman, what comes to mind?
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
When it comes to some of your most fondest memories of Raymond Ackerman, what comes to mind?
Oh. Well, what comes to mind is, you know, he was 10 years older than I am, so we weren't, you know, friends on that basis, but I remember him as a modest man, kind, never hysterical, you know, as many people get when we face huge political challenges. And that's how I will remember him, calm, collected, and doing his thing, primarily inspiring people, both those who worked with him, but also in the broader community.
What challenges do you think entrepreneurs and business owners perhaps face today, maybe on higher stakes as opposed to the times of Raymond Ackerman, who was starting up his businesses, starting with those 4 stores, and really relying on gut instinct and working his way up? What do you think today's entrepreneurs are facing when it comes to some of the big challenges in the retail sector?
Well, I think it's fair to say that we are facing unprecedented challenges as a country, but also as an entrepreneurial class. We are facing unprecedented challenges today. But it serves for us all to remember that also in the years when Raymond started, when South Africa became increasingly isolated from the rest of the international community, there were many, many challenges. But it is in the spirit of an entrepreneur to see challenges as opportunities. And I'm sure that Raymond, and I know that he always told people, do not focus on the challenges. Look at the opportunities that our country and our continent have to offer to young entrepreneurs.
And lastly, Dr. Wiese, before we let you go, what do you think are some of the biggest factors to draw on inspiration on as a young entrepreneur in South Africa when looking at the kind of resilience Raymond Ackerman had?
Well, I think the first thing is, as I said, Raymond understood that to be successful in business, you have to serve the community. That's number one. But the big thing about his business and, many others was that they understood that part of their responsibility is to create employment for our people. I mean, these businesses today employ tens of thousands of South Africans and have opened new worlds for many of those employed in those businesses. And Raymond certainly played to the fullest extent his part in that development.
Where do you think entrepreneurs today are getting it wrong? I mean, those who may want to build a legacy such as Raymond Ackerman, in terms of the challenges or perhaps the vision, where do you think they may be falling short?
No, if they fall short in any way, it is being unduly influenced by the naysayers, the people who see only the problems and not the opportunities. I have occasion to talk to young people from time to time and to point out to them two things. A, that the grass is not greener on the other side. The world today is beset with problems, no matter where you go. And number two, we are blessed as a country that we have not only challenges, but also huge opportunities. So that's the message that should go out, and the sort of message that a man like Raymond Ackerman lived.
Very well. Thank you so much for joining us and speaking to us there about a retail icon, Raymond Ackerman. Joining us there was businessman Dr. Christo Wiese, speaking about the legacy he leaves behind and some of the powerful lessons that come with his career.